All right, everybody, what's up? Good evening. Thanks for joining me, guys, on another live stream. With me on this live stream, I've got the one and only Jason Spetafor, Wolf of Weed Street.
Hey, everybody.
And on this stream, guys, we're going to be talking about some macro stuff. We had a very large, nasty, disgusting, aggressive, violent sell-off in the afternoon that we haven't seen since March. And has a lot of people starting to talk. It's funny how one big down day and everybody is scared again. The markets got very, very complacent. Very, very complacent when we were trading up in the 290s. And all it took was a little nudge by some specific factors that we will discuss later in this live stream. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys my thoughts on the overall markets, if I think another crash is coming, and if it is, how am I going to profit from it? So what we're going to talk about on this live stream is what I think is going to happen in the next 1 to 2 months. I think the next 1 to 2 months are going to dictate what the market does for the next 5 years. I think the next 1 to 2 months are about as critical of a moment that we have had since dating back to 2008 when Congress put the TARP program together and bailed out the banks. I think the next 1 to 2 months is going to be critical and crucial for, can we see new all-time highs by the end of 2021 or maybe 2022? Or are the all-time highs in for the next 10 years? I think the next 1 to 2 months are going to dictate that. So what I'm going to share with you guys on this live stream is we're going to talk about the sell-off today, which I did not profit from. I wasn't in SPY put options. I was not long the TVIX. This sell-off caught a lot of people off guard. I was in a lot of other things. I've been, peeling profits off on that MGNX, which is a swing trade that I bought from last week, which has just been on fire. I sold out of that position today. I still have my CODX swing trade, which is on fire as well, up over $17. I'm long from $14.70 from last week. Already took the bulk of that position off the table. So I was busy with a lot of other things today. I also traded CBAY today for a single, double. It wasn't a home run trade, but I made some money in CBAY. I wasn't positioned for anything in the SPY today. And this sell-off today was brutal. And people kind of forgot what it feels like to see the SPY drop 5-6 points in a matter of an hour. We forgot what that feels like. When it first started to happen in March, it was shock and awe, right? It was very uncomfortable. It was very nerve-wracking. But by the middle to the end of March, it was second nature. It was, the Dow's down 1,000 points today, no big deal. Like, it was almost expected for the markets to be up or down 1,000 points in the month of March, and we got used to that volatility. How quickly we forget the environment that we're in, because we were still very volatile in the beginning of April, and then mid-April, late April, early May, volatility just shrunk, just completely shrunk. The last 2 weeks have been a nightmare trying to trade the SPY. It's been extremely choppy. We'll gap down, and then we'll rally in the futures market, and then we'll trade higher, and then it was just a very choppy last 2 weeks in the overall markets. I have been trying to actually short the SPY for the last 2 weeks. I haven't gotten paid on it. I'm not getting run over, but I'm not getting paid on it either. It has, until today, it has not paid to be short the markets after that March low was put in. Now, today, a lot of that has changed. Okay, we saw a blanket sell programs were kicked on today, guys. Sell programs in the afternoon were kicked on in the overall markets. Shame on me maybe for kind of falling asleep on the SPY, and we've been so used to these real small, tight range days that this big wide range candle on the daily chart really caught a lot of people off guard. I'll take you guys to the daily chart and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can see the candle that was put in today is a wide range candle. We haven't had a wide range candle like this until you go back to the beginning of April, when we had, we were still at kind of max volatility, where we're still looking at 800,000 point days on the Dow. We hadn't seen a real big range candle like that for at least the last month. If you guys look at all these daily candles on the SPY, you can see that the daily range on them is very small. What I mean by daily range is the distance between the low and the high. Okay, you're talking at like 2-point ranges on the SPY, when back here in March, you were looking at 8-10-point ranges. All right. So what I think we may start to see here is volatility start to open back up again. And nothing will make me happier than if volatility opens back up again and we start getting 600, 800 point moves in the Dow, because I will rip this market apart if we get volatility again like we saw in March. I love volatility. I am a volatility trader. I strive for volatility. I love volatile markets. When we have, in the month of March, I had a huge month of March, mostly because I was trading the TVIX almost every day, almost every other day. I was doing SPY options. I mean, we were getting 2,000 point moves to the upside, 2,000 points moves to the downside. Do I think we're going to have 2,000, 3,000 point moves again? Maybe not. But can we go back to 1,000 point moves? Absolutely. And if, in the month of March, I did a lot of live streams, I did a lot of videos talking to people about, you need to learn how to start trading, because this volatility can truly be life-changing when you're trading this stuff. And I think we may start to see a pick back up in volatility. And I'm going to discuss with you guys on this live stream what I think the market's going to do over the next couple of weeks, how I plan on profiting from it, and then how I'm actually going to be positioning my long-term portfolios if we do have the action that I think we're going to get over the next couple of weeks. And we're going to talk about the next 1 to 2 months and what I think you need to be paying attention to, especially for those of you that are looking for long-term investments. You need to pay attention to the next 1 to 2 months, and you really need to be updated on current events and what's going on with how all of these states are opening back up the economies. So that's what we're going to talk about in this live stream. That's a quick little kind of intro on what we're going to be discussing here. In the meantime, I'm going to start off the live stream just like I do with every other live stream, and that is a blanket Q&A. So I'm going to do a Q&A for maybe 30 minutes or so, give people some time to log on to the stream, and then I want to really dive in and talk to you guys about what I think about the market. I also have a little bit of an announcement on something that we are putting together at True Trading Group that is outright awesome, that I'm going to share with you guys, that I think a lot of you will be interested in participating in. So it's something that we are putting together for May 30th. We're doing an event on May 30th that I'm going to share with you later in this live stream. I'll give you guys all the details, but I think a lot of you will be interested in the event that we're going to be hosting on May 30th. It's a virtual event, by the way, not an in-person event. So with that said, guys, let's open the floor up. Fire away. Ask me some questions. I have the Wolf with me as well. So if you guys want to direct some questions, either the Wolf or myself, we will start to get into this live stream, take a couple of questions, and then we'll talk about what I think the SPY and the market's going to do from here, and if we are going to see another stock market crash. Go ahead, guys. Fire away. Nice. Campus RD. Nice job trading today. Nice job trading. Ashley, what's up? Naveen. Yeah, algos, yes, absolutely. The sell-off in the afternoon today was 100% algorithmic based. Sell programs kicked on absolutely without any question of a doubt. That was sell programs. When you see something just make that straight of a move, it's just sell programs. It's just sell programs. And you have a lot of different computer algorithms that are just saying sell, 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 and they will continue to sell until the order is fulfilled. So if you have, an algorithm that says, okay, we want to sell 100,000 shares of XYZ stock. Okay, depending on the parameters of the order that's implemented by whatever human is behind that algo is just going to sell, sell, sell as long as the price is within the parameters that were set. So if you don't have, if it's a let's get out quickly, those parameters will be very loose. And when those sell programs kick on, they just feed the market. So if you have a 100,000 share sell order, you'll have an algo that will just sell 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and just keep feeding the market rapidly with high frequency trades until that order is fulfilled. So when you get sell programs that kick on, or when buy programs kick on, that's when you get very clear, distinct movement. You don't get any ups and downs. Okay. You don't get any of this. Okay. You don't get any of that. You don't get any, okay, of this. When sell programs or buy programs kick on, there is no up and down, bounce around, jig and jag. It's just one direction. And that's what we saw the entire month of March was one direction. Now we would have 2,000 points up, 2,000 points down, 1,500 points up, 2,500 points down. But intraday, when those programs kicked on, they picked a direction and they just went. That's why the SPY has been a more difficult trade over the last couple of weeks, is because the direction has not been clear. The SPY has not been picking direction during the day. Maybe it's strong, maybe it pushes higher in the morning, then it kind of fades out in the afternoon. It tries to rally back. During lunchtime, then it tries to rally back in the afternoon, and then it sells back off going into power hour and going into the close. Like, you're not getting directional movement. You've been getting consolidation. You've been getting buyers stepping in and sellers stepping in, and that's what's giving you up and down and up and down. But this afternoon, it was just all sellers. And when sell programs kick on, you get this momentous move that you just can't step in front of, and there's just too much supply coming to the market in a very aggressive form. And that's the type of action. That's the type of action that we get. Okay. So yes, I think, Naveen, to answer your question, I think it is 1,000% was an algo-based sell-off in the afternoon. Let's see. Next question. If you bought SPY puts with a target of 25.50, how many weeks out would you buy? I'd go probably at least a month, Vincent. I'd say probably go at least a month out. If your target's 25.50 on the S&P, so you're looking at 255 on the SPY, I think you'd have to go at least a month out.
And you could get paid on it beforehand, so you don't have to hold it for a month.
Right.
You're just giving yourself plenty of time. You're just basically you're betting on the direction, not the strike at that point.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, good point. Yeah, so Vincent, I'm not sure how experienced you are with options or not, but you don't have to hold on to it for that full month. If we drop down to 272 within the next 3 or 4 days, you'll still be able to make some profits on that contract. Yeah, let's see. Next question. Yes, Rocky, I do. So Rocky says, Mike, do you have an overall game plan to deal with the next few weeks, or is it be ready for anything? It's definitely be ready for anything, Rocky. You have to be ready for anything, but I do have a very specific plan on what I expect the market to do and how I'm going to be positioning myself for that. After I take the Q&As, I'm going to get into what I think the market's going to do and if I think we're going to have a crash. And then I'll tell you what I think the market's going to do over the next couple of weeks and then how I plan on trading and profiting from that. I'm going to share that with you guys. I don't want to get into it now, Rocky, just because I just want to take a couple questions. But your question is exactly the topic that I'm going to discuss in just a few minutes. I'm just giving people some time to log on to the live stream. We always have some stragglers that kind of pop on, 15, 20 minutes after I start. So I'm going to give some time for people to log on, take some blanket, general Q&As, and then we're going to get into the SPY. Joe Canada says, do all the algos somewhat operate similar, or did some operations lose big time in that drop? Joe, they're all different. They are all different. You know, because you have to realize an algo is created by a human. So you have developer, like, web developers and programmers. They program these algorithms. So there is a human element behind the algo. The human sets the parameters and the criteria of the algo, and the algo just reacts when those parameters and criteria are met. So every algo is going to be different. Every algo has, is you have someone that's shorting, someone that's selling, someone that's buying, someone that's covering a short. You have people that have a 1 week time horizon. You have people that have a 5-year time horizon. It all varies. It all varies. So yeah, everyone is different. Frank Morris says, why is anyone messing with the stock market now? Why? Frank, because literally right now is the greatest time for you to ever be messing around in the stock market because of the volatility that there is. Okay. Just because a market is going down does not mean you can't profit from it. This is an unprecedented time of stock market volatility when you go back to the month of March, and then even in April. It's the most volatility that I've ever seen, way more volatile than 2008, 2009. And volatility provides opportunity for active traders. Volatility is not a good thing for long-term investors. Long-term investors do not like high volatility, but active traders absolutely love it. Okay, in the month of March, I was waking up every morning like a kid in a candy store with a gigantic smile ear to ear, because I knew that the Dow was going to move at least 1,500 points today. And if I'm on the right side of that with either long the TVIX or in some SPY call options or whoever I wanted to play that trade that day, I knew I was going to make 2, 3, 4, 6, 700% on that trade, because that's how far that these option contracts were moving because of the volatility. So there literally has never been a better time for someone to try to learn how to become an active trader, okay, to take advantage when the SPY drops 6 points in an hour. You need to know how to take advantage of that price movement, and that's why now has never been a better time to there's never been a better time, honestly, to learn how to trade stocks. Honestly, guys, seriously. I mean, I said it in March. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, the whole month of March, I was screaming from the rooftops. In the beginning of March, end of February, beginning of March, I was screaming from the rooftops, guys, now is the time to learn how to be an active trader, because the volatility is going to provide you with opportunity that I have never seen before in my 16-year trading career. Okay, and I went through 2008. So I was screaming from the rooftops in February and March about learn to trade now because the volatility is coming. And boy, did it come in March and April. And now it looks like it is back. Yo, Sean Miller, what's up? Sean Miller says, I'm proof TTG courses work. Go ahead, Jay.
And guys, you have to look at it like this. For everybody that missed the month of March and those drops, and you didn't know what the hell you were doing, we're basically going to get another crack at it. I don't know if it's going to be as deep, but you're definitely going to get a shot at really banking. So I'm excited. I like the way the market's been trading the last couple of weeks. It hasn't been rewarding people that know what they're doing. Everybody's just, buy the dip. Well, you know what? Today, buy the dip didn't work. People got crushed buying the dip. So I'm excited. I know Mike's excited, but
I'm stoked. I'm so excited.
Like, I don't even care about the call options and stuff that I have right now, because I'm just looking at it like, all right, that's the toll.
Right. You're paying the toll to enter the arena and play the game. Mike Delaney says, I have the basics of reversal and have been making a little money throughout your day trading. What percentage of your trades are reversals, swings versus options? God. I have no idea, Mike. to be honest, I mean, how many of my trades are reversals? I don't think the majority of my trades are reversals. I mean, I obviously do go after reversals. I mean, it all depends on the setup. I do swing trade. I'm definitely a day trader first, swing trader second. It just so happens I had two swing trades just this week that I crushed. I bought CODX at 1470 last week. I took profits over 17. This week I'm still holding some. And last week I bought MGNX at 2258. I've took profit. I've added back. I took profit. I added back. I took profit. I sold out of that position completely flat today. And today the stock was up at 30. So those are just two recent swing trades that I nailed. But I'm definitely a day trader first. I don't swing trade every day. So, maybe I'll make one or two swing trades a week, but I'm placing, 2 or 3 or 4 day trades every single day. So I'm day trader first, swing trader second. It's not every single day I'm placing a new swing trade or I'm taking profits on a swing trade. It's, I'm definitely a day trader first. But, and then what percentage of options? I mean, I trade options a lot. Jason, the Wolf that I'm on the phone with, he trades, that's all he trades is options. So he's probably like 98% of his trades are option trades. He probably swing trades options more frequently than I do. He likes to go further out expiration and catch like a weak move in a stock. Weak, not weak meaning like weak or strong, weak meaning like a time frame, like a weak time, like a 5-day move or something like that. When I trade options, I usually go for closer expiration because I want the volatility. Because of the day trade nature of my trade. If I'm day trading it, that means that I'm catching a move that I think is going to happen right now, maybe tomorrow. And I want that volatility on the option contract as close as I can get, expiration wise, because the closer, Jesus, sorry about that, guys. The closer the expiration, the more volatile that option is going to be. So there's pros and cons of that. Obviously, if you're wrong, you're gonna get hurt more. If you're right, you're gonna get paid more. So I usually like to go for the closer expiration puts. Jason usually has some more time on his expiration. So my Jason will go, maybe 2 weeks out on the expiration. Maybe I'll go same day expiration, maybe up to like a week out. But Jason can go 2 to 3 weeks out on his options. So he swing trades more often than I do.
Yeah, it also depends which option you're trading, right? So like if I'm trading Apple, I'm usually doing that week. I'm not going 2 weeks out. Where, the only time I'm going 2 weeks out or next week's expiration is if it's past Wednesday. Because I try not to buy weekly call options on a Wednesday. Because if you buy them Wednesday and something happens, like you get some headline risk, you're done. Like that option's toast. So, for the less volatile stocks, I always go 2 weeks out because you might not get the direction right away, but, if you've got enough time, you can, manage the trade and, it gives you wiggle room.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Danny bro, what's up? Danny bro, happy birthday, brother. Danny's 21st birthday today, starting young. That's what I'm talking about, Danny. Starting young, baby. Yes. Danny, happy birthday, Danny.
Happy birthday, 21.
We got Chris Cranfill says, can you give me a brief overview of how this program is perfect for someone like me who is brand new to day trading? Sure, Chris, I certainly can. Chris, True Trading Group will start you off from day one. So with TTG, we have a lot of members that have never placed a trade a day in their lives. They don't even know what a stock is. They just know that they want to learn how to trade them. We have members that start with us like that. And then on the flip side, we have members we actually have a group of brokers from Morgan Stanley that have been in the broker business since the 1990s. Needless to say, they are older gentlemen, very experienced, obviously work for a huge firm, Morgan Stanley, and they're part of True Trading Group, and they trade with us as well. So we have a very, very wide, diverse walks of life when it comes to True Trading Group. We have from beginner traders to advanced traders, from college students, retired military vets, all the way to brokers, lawyers, doctors, construction workers, teachers. I mean, salesmen, you name it. Programmers, developers, IT consultants, personal trainers, cops, firemen. We have nurses. We have one nurse that has just been nonstop. She hasn't really been trading. She's been nonstop with everything with the coronavirus. She's been on call like nonstop, and when she does get a break, she needs to sleep. Have a ton of respect for that member. I don't know if she's watching this live stream or not. If she is, I'm not going to say her name, but my props, appreciation, and respect goes out to all of the healthcare professionals that are out there on the front lines, risking their lives to save others. So respect and appreciation to all of you. But we have members from all over the world too, Chris. We have members in Australia. We have members in Singapore. We have members in Hong Kong. We have members in Amsterdam, Italy, Spain, UK, Canada, US. We have members all over the place. And True Trading Group, with the courses that are online, Chris, we have a beginner and foundation course that literally starts you off from you have no idea what you're doing. You don't even know how to open a trading account. You don't know how to set up your charts. We do maybe once a week or twice a week, depending on how many people want it. After the market closes, we set up like beginner class sessions where like Jason Simmons, who's one of our TG moderators, he actually walks traders through setting up their stock charts. So we have one trader that has Charles Schwab. We have another trader that has E-Trade. We have another trader that has Thinkorswim. And what they do is they go with all beginner traders and they walk them through step by step how to set their charts up, put their indicators on, make sure they have the right settings on their indicators so their indicators are giving them the correct value, help them walk them through how to place trades on their accounts, get familiar with their trading platform, so on and so on. Okay, so the courses, Chris, will literally start you off from day one, from scratch. You have no idea what you're doing. And then you move all the way on to advanced courses, which is something that obviously, if you're an experienced trader, you don't need to take the beginner foundation courses. You can go right to the advanced courses. And that is the same material that I learned when I worked at a hedge fund. You guys learn, the technical indicators that I use, the chart patterns that I use, how technical indicators work in conjunction with one another. Because that's a key factor when it comes to trading. Is a lot of people just trade off of like one or two indicators, which is a horrible strategy. I know traders that all they do is trade off the Fibonacci levels. It's a horrible strategy. But the correct way to use technical indicators is understanding how different indicators work together. And you use 3, 4, 5 different indicators to give you the same signal. And that's how you identify A+ setups versus a B or C type setup, is when you have 3 or 4 indicators that are all giving you the same signal and understanding how those indicators will signal others, because that is how you identify A+ setups. You guys hear me on my channel talk a lot about be a sniper, not a machine gunner. That is what it's all about. That's how you do that. That's how you can identify. You can look at 10 bull flag patterns. They're not all created equal. Every bull flag is not created equal. Every head and shoulders is not created equal. There are specific things that you want to see within that pattern, such as other indicators. Where's VWAP? Where's the trade line? Where's Fibonacci levels? What's the volume analysis look like? Like, where's the increase in volume? Where's the decrease in volume? Like, all of these things will go into you saying that's an A+ bull flag and that's like a B, C type bull flag. And that is how you help yourself get involved in the high percentage probability patterns, which is what an A+ setup is. An A+ setup is just, okay, there's a higher probability that the stock's gonna resolve itself by doing this versus doing that. That's what a high probability setup is. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're in a C type setup, which is going to give you a 50-50 shot. You've got a 50-50 shot, the stock goes up, a 50-50 shot, the stock goes down. you might as well, in that case, walk into a casino, put your money on red or black, and spin the wheel. Okay, because now you're just gambling at that point. You have no advantage. So you want to be able to identify A+ setups so that you give yourself an advantage. So maybe a B type setup is going to work 60% of the time. It's going to do this instead of that. An A+ setup, maybe 70% of the time, it's going to do this instead of that. There's no pattern or indicator that's going to work 100% of the time. If you're looking for some type of secret that's going to give you 100% success, sign off the live stream right now, because trading is not for you. It doesn't exist. Anybody that's ever told you that it does, or tried to sell you on a secret pattern or some special strategy that they found, total bullshit. They're just trying to take your money because they're trying to take advantage that you are looking for a way to cut corners. And really the only way for you guys to get that to that level where you can identify an A+ setup and put yourself in a situation where 70% of the time the stock's going to do this. That's where you want to put yourself in the position, and you want to just position yourself for the 70%, obviously, instead of the 30%. And that's what consistent profitability is all about, is being in high probability setups. So that was a long answer, Chris. That was a long answer to your question. So I'm sorry that was kind of a long-winded answer. But with that being said, I'll just remind you guys about the 36% discount, because with Chris is asking about courses and everything, I figure it's just, I might as well, talk about the membership now, because I also see there's 3 other people that have actually already asked me questions about the membership. Kyle was asking if we still have the 1047 discount. Another different Chris was also asking me about if we still have the discount. So I'll just tell you guys about it now. For the month of May, the Memorial Day weekend sale is live for the whole month of May. That is a 36% discount on a 1-year membership to TTG that gets you access to all the courses that I just talked to you about. So you guys get access to the beginner foundation courses, the advanced courses, beginner options trading, advanced options trading, trader psychology part 1, trader psychology part 2, and how to thrive during a stock market crash, which could be extremely relevant with the upcoming action that I think we're going to see in the SPY. I want to make sure you guys know how to do that. So in the month of March, I came out with a brand new course called How to Thrive During a Market Crash. And that talks a lot about understanding market sentiment, understanding the mental part of going through a trading crash, how to go with the flow, go with the momentum. Don't try to pick bottoms. We talk about SPY put options. We talk about the TVIX, other volatility vehicles, other leverage ETFs that you guys can take advantage of. Okay, because there's many different ways for you to profit from high volatile environments, and when markets are going down. So that's what kind of the how to survive and thrive during a stock market crash. That's what that course is all about. So you guys get access to all that stuff, as well as a year of chat room, a year of text message alerts. So if you can't be in chat during the day, you can still follow along with what I'm trading. A year of email swing trade alerts, where I break down my thesis, my profit targets, my stop loss, how long I intend on holding that position for. You get a year of the premium blog, which is updated daily. You get a year of stock profiles and analyst reports. So we compile analyst reports and stock profiles on any company that you guys are interested in. So let's say you're interested in Roku. You type in Roku, it populates a downloadable PDF report for you with the financial info, earnings info, press releases, stock price history, as well as the current analyst situation on the stock, the current analyst coverage. So if there's 20 different analysts that cover Roku, you'll know how many have a strong buy, how many have a buy, a hold, a sell, and a strong sell. We compile all of that data for you in one downloadable PDF report. So you guys get access to all that, including all the courses, as well as access to all future courses. So there's no upsell into your trading group for courses. Every maybe 1 or 2 months, say maybe every 2 months at least, I come out with a new course or new content that I get that I add to current courses. And when that happens, you guys instantly get access to the courses and the content. So when you're a member of TTG, you automatically have access to all of our resources. There's no upcharge for extra courses and extra content. Okay. It's just like Netflix. When Netflix comes out with a new series, movie, documentary, if you're a Netflix subscriber, you automatically get access. You don't have to pay for it. All right. So just use the coupon code TTG36. Nope, blind trades. I do not have a 14-day trial. I'm sorry, brother. Nor do I have a monthly plan. It is a year membership. You can either And the reason why I do not have a monthly plan is because you get access to everything the second you sign up. There's no upsell. So the second you sign up, you get access to the entire curriculum and courses, which is the same information that I received when I worked at a hedge fund. I went through a 3-month training course. I've taken that information, I've simplified it, and I've created the courses that are on the website. So when you sign up, you immediately get access to all of it. That's why I do not have a 14-day free trial. I do not have a monthly plan. You know, I'm looking for traders that are serious about mentorship. I do open the chat room up on Tuesdays for free. So today was TGT Tuesday. The chat room's open for free for everybody on Tuesday. So if you want to see what TGT is all about, you can come and chat on Tuesday and trade with us. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. You see my screen. You hear me on the microphone. You see my trades. You know exactly what I'm doing. That's your chance to come and chat. That's your free trial. I do not offer a 14-day free trial because, like I said, as soon as you sign up, you get access to literally every single resource that we have. Sure, Mike. Mike Leclerc says, tell us about June's new add-ons. I don't even know how you knew about the June add-ons, Mike. I mean, I talked about it in previous videos. But guys, nice, Manny De Silva, my man. Yes, Manny De Silva says, hey, Mike, I just signed up today and completed. Wow, you already completed courses 1, 2, and 3. Holy shit. Nice job, Manny. Manny says, I'm an educator and an adjunct professor. Very impressed with the educational curriculum so far. Great body of work. Very organized thoughts. Thank you, Manny, coming from a professional educator. That means a lot to me, man. Thank you. I spent a lot of time on those courses. It took me like 6 months to put those courses together. Let's see. What was I? I was just. Oh, I'm sorry. Mike Leclerc. The add-ons in June. So what Mike Leclerc is referring to, guys, is I've said in previous live streams, in June our pricing is going up. And the reason why our pricing is going up in June is because we're adding a lot of new features to the website. We're adding a trading simulator to the website so you guys can paper trade with fake money and practice. We're adding real-time level 1 quotes. We're adding access to real-time level 2 subscription data. So if you pay a third-party service provider for level 2, they charge you an arm and a leg. I mean, there's some platforms out there that charge you like $110 a month, which is just absurd. So what I did was I cut a deal with Quote Media where I am going to be buying bulk level 2 subscriptions from them, so then I can pass an at-cost price to members. So in June, members will be able to get to pay for real-time level 2 data, but for like $40 a month, something like that. It's gonna be like $45 a month, which is Quote Media's at cost when you buy it bulk. But if you were to go to, Scans, which used to be Equity Feed or something, and you want a level 2 subscription, they're gonna charge you like $100 a month, $110 a month. It's crazy how expensive some of these level 2 subscriptions are if your broker doesn't already give it to you for free. But we're going to add that to the website as well so members can get an actual true at-cost level 2 subscription. We're also going to be adding the same software that's on Yahoo Finance we've been approved for. So on Yahoo Finance, if you guys are looking at a ticker symbol, you can actually click buy and sell right on Yahoo Finance's website, and it'll just take you to your brokerage account where you can buy and sell the stock right there. You don't have to like exit your web browser, open up a new window, and then log into your trading account. It's connected. It's not connected. It's like the software acts as like a portal for you to not have to leave the site you're on to access your brokerage account. So Yahoo Finance uses this software. We've been approved for it, and we're going to be implementing that. So those are some of the features that we're adding in the month of June. And that's why our pricing is going to be going up in June. So if any of you are interested in joining the TGT fam, right now is the time to do it because you're getting a 36% discount from the Memorial Day sale, which I'm running for the whole month of May. It's like, coronavirus extension plus Memorial Day weekend sale. We're running a 36% discount for the whole month, and then prices are going to go up in June. Okay. So again, use the coupon code TTG36 to get that discount. And then what we're also going to do, anyone that signs up tonight, we're going to include a free one-on-one mentor session. If you guys want your one-on-one with Jason the Wolf, just use coupon code TTGWolf36. Okay. So again, a 36% discount and a one-on-one with me. Use coupon code TTG36, a 36% discount and a one-on-one with Jason the Wolf. Use coupon code TTG Wolf36. All right, guys. So like I said, I wasn't going to really talk about that. Just only question. Nice. Manuel Lopez says, I joined last week. I completed the course of trader psychology, and I have to say that alone, that course only is worth the money, is worth the whole money I paid. I'm not kidding. It completely changed the way that I trade. Manuel, I'm so glad to hear that you're enjoying the trader psychology course. It's actually our members' favorite course. I did a survey on our courses with members about a month ago. I did a survey with our members. I asked them, like, what was their favorite course? And the top answer was trader psychology. Yes, BMAT 9. There is a course in there that teaches you how to read level 2. Yes. Thomas is asking, should I buy TVIX? It depends on your time horizon, but I think over the next couple weeks, it could be a good play. No, Cody Miller. Cody Miller. That's actually a good question, brother. Will the new program have Canadian level 2, TSX, the Toronto Exchange? That is a really, really, really good question.
I don't think so. I think it'll have real-time TSX data. TSX data for level 2 is hard to get.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Cody. I have to get back to you on that. I don't know. I don't think so, but I'll have to get back to you on that. Next question. Wilson Liu. Hey, Mike, will the lifetime subscription increase in price too this come June, or will it be the same if we decide to go lifetime after a year? Wilson Liu. So the lifetime subscription will also go up. But if you do become a 1-year member, if you're on a year membership, Wilson, and you decide you want to upgrade to a lifetime membership, you just pay the difference. So you're not going to pay the $1,000 and then pay the full lifetime price. You'll pay the $1,000 for the year, and then you'll upgrade to the lifetime, and you'll have to pay the difference. Okay, so you're not paying the $1,000 twice. It's just like prorated. So when you upgrade, you'll just be paying the difference on that. You're not gonna, you're not gonna have to pay the separate. You're not gonna have to pay it twice, basically. No, I do not have Discord, Christina. Yes, we do call out plays, Christina. Christina said, do you call out plays? Yes. During chat, during the day, you guys see my screen. You hear me on the microphone. I tell you exactly what I'm doing before I do it. That's the key here, guys. I tell you what I'm doing before I do it. Okay, there's plenty of times in chat where members actually get involved in a trade before I do because I tell them what I'm doing. I say, okay, guys, I'm looking for a pullback into $10. I'm a buyer around 10.10, 10.15. I'm looking to be a buyer. Stock pulls back in. They get long, before I even execute my trade. And when my trades execute, as well as Jason the Wolf's trades and our other moderators in chat, when our trades execute, a push notification pops up in chat. So you'll see, long ABCD, 10.15, stop loss, 9.85. So, and the alert will pop up for you in chat. So even if you're not in chat, you can get a text message sent straight to your cell phone. So you can follow along with what we're trading, even if you're not in chat. So to answer your question, Christina, yes, we do call out. We do call out trades. Kevin, what's up, Kev? Kevin, adding to Manuel's comment. Kevin says, no joke, the trader psychology course is where it's at. No, Tracy, absolutely not. Tracy says, I'm a beginner in trading. Is it too late to start learning and make profits now? Because it sounds like the March volatility is about to happen again soon, and I don't want to miss it. Wow. Tracy, your head is exactly where it needs to be right now. Your head is exactly where it needs to be right now, Tracy, because it's not too late. It is absolutely not too late. But yes, it seems like March volatility is about to kind of come back a little bit here. We might get some wide range movements on the SPY. So this is the perfect time for you to get involved, start to learn how to trade so that you can take advantage of this volatility. Joe, yo, what's up? Joe Marshall, member after 1 week. What I like When we find a great setup, Mike and the team will explore it. If it checks out, sometimes we all take a position. Very inclusive group. Also paid off my whole membership in 1 week. Yes. Joel Marshall paid off his membership in just 1 week. He joined 1 week ago. Joel, thanks for joining me on the live stream tonight, brother. I saw you in chat today. Nice job today. Yes, Richard Robson says, if I join with you, but I also would like to trade options with the Wolf, do I have access to his platform? Richard, Jason and I are on the same platform during the day. So I'm on the microphone, Jason's on the microphone. I'm telling you what I'm doing, Jason's telling you what he's doing. When my trades execute, you get a push notification in chat. When Jason's trades execute, you get a push notification in chat. So Jason and I are in the same chat room on the same platform trading throughout the day. Oh, nice. The Muss. The Muss, welcome to the family, the Muss. The Muss says, hey, Mike, I just signed up today. I got a one-on-one mentor session. Do most people you have sessions with come prepared with a lot of questions? I feel like I should save mine until I've got good questions. The Muss, yes. Do not do your one-on-one until you are ready. Your one-on-one is good until the end of your membership. You can do your one-on-one with me 10 months from now if you want to. Okay, so yes, most people, when they do the one-on-one mentor session, they have a list of questions and topics they want to discuss. I would recommend going through some of the courses first because some questions you have will be answered in the courses. So this way, when we do have our one-on-one, we get the most out of our time together. Like, I don't want to do the one-on-one, and then you would say to me, hey, can you explain to me the trade line? Because in the courses, you're going to learn the trade line, and you're going to learn it like the back of your hand. So I'd rather you go through the courses, and then if there's something specific about the trade line that you don't understand, we can talk about that specific thing that you're unclear on. Rather than me spend the time explaining it to you, then you go to the courses, and then you're going to learn basically the same things that I'm just explaining to you. It's better that you go through the courses first, then do your one-on-one with me so we can talk about topics that you're unsure about. That way we get the most out of our time together. Yes, Ross Robinson, if you signed up right now, I would still offer a one-on-one. So, Ross, if you signed up right now, anyone that signs up before midnight tonight will get included a free one-on-one mentor session with their membership. Again, if you guys want the mentor session with me, use coupon code TTG36. That's a 36% discount and the one-on-one. If you want your mentor session with the Wolf, Jason Spadafora, and the 36% discount, use coupon code TTGWolf36. All right. David, that is what we're here to talk about, David. David says, the market's going to crash again. That is what we are here to discuss. Let's see. Yes, Garen Billick, good point. Garen Billick says, today after trading, when the market closed, the Wolf spent an hour with members talking about option strategies. That was actually a really nice after-market session. So, guys, after the close, every day I go over an end-of-the-day recap where myself, Jason included, the rest of the moderators that are in chat, we hang around for about an hour after the market closes. I recap my trading day. We go over my trades. We talk about lessons we can take from the day. And basically, it's just a time for us to all it's time for us to all chat. Okay. It's time for us to all, members can ask questions and we can talk about things that during the trading day, we can't really discuss maybe too much in detail because everybody's trading, everybody's busy. But when the market's closed, we can kind of sit back, relax, and kind of talk about a lot of in-depth stuff. And that's what we do every single day in chat. I'm usually on from about 4 to 4:30. I go over questions. I do my recap. And then today, Jason from like 4:30 to 5:30 went over an entire hour-long session about option strategies, which was awesome.
Yeah, and it wasn't planned or anything. We were just, I was just hanging out, watching the market, and then we just started talking. And it was good because, we're just kind of going over the way people are trading options and explaining why they should not buy certain options and, you know, certain strikes, and how a lot of those are just traps. You know, just basically things that they didn't know, and just kind of little tips. But it was actually a lot of fun. We had a good time with it.
Let's see. Next question. American Express, buy or sell? I'm going to get into all that stuff, guys. I'm going to get into all that stuff in just maybe another couple minutes. I'll take like maybe one or two more questions. Yeah, Christina says, my other group likes to trade pre-market, but I don't get up in time as often as I like to. Do you guys trade throughout the day and shorts? Yes. Yes, Christina. We do trade throughout the entire day. So I'm not done after an hour. I'm there trading the entire day. So is Jason the Wolf. We trade the entire day. We trade the entire day. And yes, we also do short. TTG, we're a very diverse group of traders. So we go long, we go short, we trade small caps, mid caps, large caps, options, ETFs, futures. We even have a crypto trader that's one of our moderators trades crypto. There's something in there literally for everybody, guys.
Bow Hunter. Can members ask about trades they want to make, or only follow the group's trades? I like the Wolf's honesty when he tells people that that company is dog shit. You guys, you don't have to listen to us. I mean, you know, we're just telling you what we're looking at. You know, look, and Mike will tell you this, and so will other members. Sometimes a member, he's like, hey, look, a TTG triangle that we didn't see. And then we all jump on that. You know, if let's say somebody is going to buy a pot stock, like somebody who's, you know, wanted to buy Kronos calls into earnings, and I was like, are you insane? What are you doing? You know, like if somebody's going to make a trade where I'm like, that's just a really bad idea, yeah, I'm going to tell them. But at the end of the day, it's up to their judgment whether or not they're going to pull the trigger. But sometimes you need somebody to tell you, like, no, that's a really risky trade, and here's why.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, we don't it's not a what is it, an anarchy. It's more of a democracy in chat.
Yeah, it's a democracy.
It's a democracy in chat. I encourage members to call out what they see. There's plenty of times that a member will call out something that they see. You know, we pull it up, we analyze it together. I love it. I end up taking a trade. You know, there's been plenty of times when, you know, I owe members steak dinners because they call out a trade that maybe I wasn't even looking at, and I end up placing the trade and making money on it. That's, you know, my goal of True Trading Group is not, and that's why it's called TrueTradingGroup.com. It's not called MichaelEdward.com or MichaelEdwardTrades.com or anything like that. It's True Trading Group, and it's a group. It really is a group. And my goal is to, if I could educate other traders with the same information that I learned when I worked at a hedge fund, that they will now know what to look for. They'll know how to spot a grade A setup. That's going to make everybody a better trader. It's going to make me a better trader. It's going to make Jason a better trader. It's going to make members better traders, because I only have 2 eyeballs. Okay, I can only look at so many stocks throughout the day. I can only look at so many things at once on my screens. So the more people that we have that get an education, this is why we give out a TGT certification. A TGT certification means that you've completed all of the courses, you've taken all the quizzes at the end of each course, and you scored an 85 or higher on all of the quizzes. If you do that, you become TTG certified. You can print out a certificate. You get a little gold TTG badge that lets you know that you are TTG certified. The reason why we do this is that so a member that's TTG certified, people now know that that member has received a professional education. They know what to look for, and their opinions can now be valued more heavily. Rather than someone that just started trading a week ago, if they say, hey guys, take a look at this, well, maybe that person's opinion may not carry as much weight because they just started a week ago. Maybe they're not quite sure exactly what it is that they're looking at. No fault of their own. They're learning. They're going through the process. But when you're looking about, when you're trying to get, opinions from people, it helps to know their experience level. And that's why we have the TTG certification. So my goal is to, if I can have as many traders as possible that have the same education that I have, that know what to look for, that's going to make me a better trader. It's going to make Jason and all of our members better traders. And that's what TTG is all about. Next question, Ali says, hey, Michael, I wanted to be a full-time trader, but then I ended up losing $16,000 in trading. I had a bad experience. I know I did things wrong, but what do you think I should do? Should I join TTG and try it one more time? Ali, I absolutely 100%, without any question of a doubt, if you have a desire to learn how to trade, brother, I promise you, I will teach you how. Okay? I promise you, I will teach you how. The reason why you guys probably hear a lot, 90% of traders fail, and that's probably true. But the reason why it's true is not because trading is some impossible task. It's because 90% of traders don't know what the hell they're doing when they start trading. They just open up a trading account and they just go at it. Well, when you just open up an account and go at it, every time you press a key and you execute a trade, guess what? There's somebody else on the other side of that trade. And if you have no idea what you're doing, chances are very high the person on the other end of that trade knows a hell of a lot more about trading than you do. So you're putting yourself at a massive disadvantage by having no clue what you're doing, not having an education, or even worse, getting a false education, which there's a lot of people out there that promote fake. Oh God, it infuriates me when I see some of the things that I see online, like these ads I see all over the place. Like, guys, you don't see True Trading Group ads anywhere. I don't advertise. Okay, I don't earn my living off of memberships. Okay, TTG is not a revolving door. This is not something where 1,000 people sign up and 1,000 people unsubscribe and 1,000 people sign up. And no, okay, that's not TTG. I don't advertise. Okay, my YouTube channel is 100% organic. If you're watching this live stream, it's because you're either subscribed to my channel or YouTube recommended it to you. It's not because you came across an advertisement. That I can promise you, because I've never spent $1 on marketing. So that you really need to make sure, Ali, that you're getting a professional education, so that you can prepare yourself and equip yourself with the ammo that you need to create advantages for yourself. Otherwise, if you're just trading the markets without knowing what you're doing, you're going to lose money. You're going to lose money very quickly, and it's going to become a very frustrating thing. So typically what happens is beginner traders, they open an account, they have no idea what they're doing, and they immediately start losing money. They start losing money very quickly. Then maybe after 3 months, through trial and error, they start to learn a few things, but that still doesn't mean they know what they're doing. They're just learning through trial and error. They're still losing money, but now they're losing money a little bit slower. This is the typical P&L curve of a beginner trader that starts trading without an education. They start, they lose a lot of money very quickly. Then after a couple months, they're still losing money, but just not as quickly as they were when they started. And then maybe 6 months to a year into the game, their P&L will start to just slowly crawl lower, or they'll start to flatten out and they start to just go sideways with their P&L. They're not making money, but they're not losing money. Then maybe after 2 years, they've learned enough, they've got enough of an education, and their P&L starts to climb. The reason why 90% of traders fail is because most people in the beginning, when they lose a lot of money very quickly, most people don't have enough money to just keep adding to their trading account. So they're forced to quit. They blew up their account. They gave it a shot. They put $5,000 into an account. They lost it all. They don't have another $5,000 to put into the account to keep going. That's why 90% of traders fail. It's not because trading is some impossible task that is only for gift-minded people. That's not true. You do not need a Wall Street experience or an Ivy League education to become a consistently profitable trader. You just need the right education. You need the right education. Without the right education, you're doomed. You will fall into the 90%. That's why I always tell people, like when traders sign up to TTG and it's their first time, they've never traded before, I say don't even open a trading account. There's no point. Do not open a trading account. Get a simulator, trade with fake money, and practice while you learn. Go through the courses, take the quizzes, ask questions, do your one-on-one, like spend time in chat, learn. This way, when you start trading, your P&L can do this instead of this. Skip that part. Skip the first year of the average trader's P&L while they try to go through and figure things out on their own. Skip that part. Get an education, spend a little bit of time, trade on a simulator, and then work your way into real money once you have an education and you're a little bit more confident and comfortable in the material. Let's see. Kurt Clouden says, are you going to mention UVXY, VIX, and TLT? Kurt, you bet your ass I am. In fact, I'm going to add to that the TVIX because I love the TVIX. I'm going to talk to you guys about that as well. Ross Robinson said, who's the crypto trader in the group? His name is Alex Campbell. Let's see. Nope, Dan Kaczynski, wrong. He says if YouTube recommended your video, it's advertised. Wrong. YouTube recommends to you things based on what you watch and what you like and what you comment on. It is not a paid advertisement. Believe me, Dan, if you're watching this video, it's not because I spent any money for you to watch it. Let's see. Nice, Ned. I look forward to trading with you. Let's see. Just a couple more questions, guys. Then we're gonna get into our stuff here. Oh, nice. Trader for Life. Trader for Life says you won't be disappointed if you sign up to Mike's courses. Breakout Trading. So Breakout Trading is asking Mike, what was the market data subscription bulk deal again? So what I'm doing, Breakout Trading, is in the month of June, we're going to include, and we're going to start to offer on the website, access to real-time level 2 subscription. So what we're doing is we're working a deal with Quote Media to give us at cost pricing on level 2 subscription feeds. So like if you guys subscribe to a third party level 2, like let's say you're using Equity Feed or Scans. I think they changed their name to Scans. That's like a third party level 2 service provider. They're going to charge you like $110 a month, $120 a month for level 2, which is absurd. It should not cost that much. Okay. So I'm working out a deal with Quote Media where I can actually get bulk subscription because for my members to offer it on the site, I'll be able to get at cost pricing. And then I'm just going to filter that at cost price right to members. So instead of you paying like $110 a month for level 2, you're going to pay like $40 or $45, which is like the true at cost price that a third party service provider is charging people. But when you sign up as an individual, they're marking your price up big time. But if I come to them and I can get it in bulk because we have hundreds of members that'll be interested in the service, I get a discounted rate. So I'm just going to take that at cost pricing. I'm going to filter it right down through to members. So instead of you guys paying like $110 a month, you can pay like $40, $45 a month. I don't have the final pricing. We're still like implementing the system. It's going to be somewhere around $40 to $45 a month. All right, let's see. I'm a Yankees fan, bro. Swing Trader says Mets or Yankees? Yankees all day long. Blind Trade says, what is your group trading style? I love options, looking for a new group. Does your trading group go into depth in options? Yes. Blind Trades. We trade options every single day. Okay. We trade options we trade stocks and options literally every single day. There's an option trade and equities trades going on in the True Trading Group chat. As far as our courses and our training, we have beginner options course, and then we have an advanced options course. The beginner's options course just goes into buying calls and puts, okay? And how to trade calls and puts, when you want to trade them, how you want to trade them, risk management, selecting the right strike price, selecting the right expiration based on what you think the underlying stock is going to do. That is the beginner options course. The advanced options course gets into advanced positioning and advanced strategies like straddles, strangles, credit spreads, debit spreads, iron condors, short condors, naked puts, covered calls, selling puts. You get into all of that more advanced strategies are covered in the advanced options course. So to answer your question, yes. David, come to me. David, come to me. Daniel Carpenter says, David D'Orazio, you will not regret signing up with TTG. Trust me. Listen to Daniel. Yes, David Uribe says, Mike, if we sign up this month of May, do we lock in the yearly price as a future member? David, yes. Evan's asking about the lifetime membership. Evan, the lifetime membership is a 60% discount. Yo, Ross, I'm down. Ross, literally as soon as this is over, Ross, I don't know where you are. I don't know if which state you're in, but Ross, as soon as this is over, I'm going to a casino. I need to play craps. I got to throw some dice. I got to play blackjack. I'm going when this is over. So, Ross, I'll see either if it's in Vegas, Atlantic City, maybe the Hard Rock down in Hollywood in Florida, whatever it is. Oh, Manhattan, Ross, bet. Well, they don't have craps in New York, though, do they? We got to go to AC. We got to go to AC. So anybody that is in the tri-state area when this is over that wants to go to AC with me, hit me up because we'll all go together. We'll all go together. Nice, Derek. Congratulations. Derek just got TTG certified. Way to go. Swing Trader, that too. I won't repeat that on the stream, but Swing Trader, your comment, that is definitely in the cards. Ross Robinson, I like that idea too. I'm actually going to Vegas once this is over. Ross, I actually am going to Vegas once this is over. So I race cars. I know this is maybe a fun fact that maybe nobody knows about me. I race cars, but like Grand Prix, like actual race cars, not like street racing, like on an actual track in a race car with a fire retardant suit, a helmet, the whole nine. Fully gutted car, roll cables, the whole nine. Roll cage, the whole nine. And I'm like 1 second off the average pro lap time. And I'm trying to get my lap time down to where I'm running a pro lap. And once this is over, I'm going to Vegas, and the Vegas Speedway, they have the racetrack there, and I'm going to be taking out the Ferrari 488 GT Grand Prix race car. So I'm going to be going out in Vegas and doing that. If anybody's interested in that, you guys more than welcome to come. You guys can hit me up, but that's one of my hobbies. Lonnie, no, guys, I'm safe. Wilson, Lonnie, guys, don't worry. I'm safe. I'm a really good driver. I swear. I have a helmet on. There's a roll cage in the car. I'm safe. I promise. Mark Russell says, "What's the minimum needed in my trading account to join your group?" No minimum, Mark. It's just whatever your broker's minimum is. I think the brokerage account minimums are like $500. That's all you need. We have one member. I think it's his name is Sean. I'm not going to give you his last name in case he doesn't want me to share this, but I believe it was Sean. Sean, if you're watching this live stream, you can comment. But Sean started with $500, and in 3 weeks, he turned his account into $2,600. Sean, if you're, I don't know if you're on the live stream, but if you are, if you want to comment about, feel free. But I don't want to give your last name or your username on YouTube if you're not, for your privacy. I'll leave that up to you. All right, guys. Oh God, honestly, Joel, you can't take a turn at 200 miles an hour. That's one thing I learned very early in my driving career. You can't take a turn going 200 miles an hour. You've got to slow down for that. Unless you're driving around like a NASCAR oval, that's different. But on a Formula One track, or on a Grand Prix track, you can't take turns. You have to slow down going into the turns. Diego, yes, but not often. So Diego's asking, does anyone in TGT call out like premium selling alerts? So like selling calls or writing calls and writing puts. Yes, but not often. Yes, David. I saw David Uribe. I've seen your question like 6 times. I've answered it like 3 times. So one more time. David Uribe, specifically for you, asking, if we sign up this month of May, do we lock in that yearly price for the future? So if you renew your membership, does it renew at the same price? David, yes. Okay. You renew at the same price. I keep seeing your question pop up, so I want to make sure that you hear me. Let's see. Nothing original. It really depends. Nothing original says, is it smart to buy a stock right after a company releases a positive report? For instance, ALGT Q1 2020 released today. It really depends. I don't like buying on huge gap ups. I don't like buying on huge gap ups. I feel like I'm chasing nothing original. So it's not something that I typically do. But it depends on the chart setup, right? It depends on the gap. It depends on where the stock is gapping up to. There's a lot of other factors that are at play other than just, hey, they released an earnings report and it was good. There's a lot of other factors at play so it's kind of a loaded question that really, really depends on the situation. Yes, MC, good eye. MC, good eye. MC is asking about, is there a head and shoulders pattern? I'll get to that in a minute. I don't know enough about ALGT. I have to look into it. The coolest car I own is a McLaren 650S. Project 222 says, Mike, what's the coolest car you own? It is a McLaren 650S. That's my baby.
I own a much cooler car.
Yeah. Jason's into the classics.
I was actually talking about my Star Wars land speeder.
Oh. That is pretty cool, too. No, I'm not, Andrew. It's just a hobby of mine. I don't plan on like racing cars professionally or anything. It's just a hobby of mine. It's just a hobby.
We all went together last time. Remember?
Yeah.
I sucked. I think I gave my laps away. I think I do.
Yes, you did. Yeah, 76. 76ers, you just have to meet me in Miami. I'll take you for a ride. The car's in Miami right now. OCU, the 675 LT is fire. The 675 LT is fire. All right. Let's see. I think that's enough, guys. That's enough questions, I think.
Yeah,
let's get to. I always get so caught up in these questions. You guys keep firing questions away. I get so caught up in the Q&As, and then time just flies by. We've been on this live stream now for an hour and 15 minutes. I feel like it's been 30 minutes. Guys. So I get caught up in these the Q&As, so I do apologize. But let's talk about what I think the market's going to do. Oh, wait. Let me tell you guys about the event real quick, and then let's talk about the SPY. So no more Q&As, no more questions. Okay, if I did not get to your question, once the live stream is over, it's going to load up to the YouTube channel. Comment below on the video if I did not answer your questions. I try to answer as many as I can, guys, but I can't get to all of them, so I do apologize. But if you just comment under the video, I promise I will go back and I answer every single person's question on whenever you guys comment on my videos. So before I get into the SPY and what I think the SPY is going to do over the next couple of weeks and why I think the next 1 to 2 months are the single most important 1 to 2 months that you have probably ever experienced as a market participant. I'm going to share that with you. But what I want to announce to you guys, for those of you that are interested, because I think many of you will be interested in this, on May 30th, and this is actually for members, this is an announcement for you guys too, because I know there's a lot of members that are on the live stream. I didn't tell you guys about this yet either, so this is the first time you're hearing about it, so get excited. On May 30th, we are doing and hosting a virtual Trader Palooza event. Okay, we are going to be hosting a virtual trading conference on May 30th, where it's going to be an all-day event where different TTG moderators are going to be discussing different topics. And what we're going to be doing is an 8:30, 8:45 a.m. start, which is going to be a welcoming breakfast on May 30th. I'm going to do a quick intro seminar. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about some general rules and strategies that you can implement in your trading. It's going to kind of be a welcome session at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. I'm gonna go through a risk management seminar. So from 9 to 10 a.m. I'm gonna do a risk management seminar. Then Alex Campbell is gonna come on. Alex Campbell is one of the moderators in True Trading Group. He's our crypto trader. He's gonna be doing from 10:15 to 11:15 an intro to trading crypto seminar. Then Jason, the Wolf, that's with me here now, is going to be doing from 11:20 a.m. till 12:20 p.m. Jason's going to do an intro to options trading seminar. Jason Simmons, another moderator in True Trading Group, at 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. is going to be doing a trading 101 seminar, which is going to help you set up your charts and help you how to develop and build a watch list. Then we're going to do a lunchtime Q&A where all the moderators are going to be there. We're going to do like from 1:30 to 2:15. We're all going to eat lunch, and we're going to do just a Q&A session. Then at 2:30 p.m., from 2:30 to 3:30, Jason Spatafor, the Wolf, is going to come back on and do a seminar on marijuana stocks and the cannabis industry. Then at 3:45 to 4:45, Alex Campbell, as well as Jay Downing, who is another TTG moderator in chat, are going to cover a seminar about small cap swing trading small caps. Then Chris Toner is going to come on at 5:15 p.m. to 6:15 p.m., and he's going to go over option strategies and advanced option strategies. And then I'm going to finish the day from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. I'm going to do a seminar strictly on my favorite chart pattern, which is the TTG triangle. And then we're going to end the session at 7:30, around 8 p.m. So it's literally going to be an all-day virtual conference on May 30th. Now, here's the thing. I'm only doing this for members. Okay, I'm only doing this for members. This is a members-only event. So only TTG members are going to be able to come to the Trader Palooza virtual event. It's going to be an all-day event. You can pop in and out as you please, depending on what seminar you want to attend. So you're going to get a full itinerary. So you can pop in. There's a full itinerary. So you're going to be able to pop in throughout the day, depending on what topics that you want to see. Okay. And that's on May 30th. So if you guys want to attend that Trader Palooza event and get a 36% discount, use the coupon code TTG36, and you also get a one-on-one with me. Or if you want a one-on-one with Jason the Wolf and access to the Trader Palooza event and the 36% discount, use coupon code TTGWolf36. Again, guys, this is Trader Palooza event that I'm hosting for TTG members only. So if you guys are interested, I wanted to share that with you. Okay, so if you guys want, make sure you sign up before May 30th, because May 30th is when we're doing this virtual event. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to do it, because I was going to hold a seminar this year, an in-person seminar. I was going to do it in Miami. It was going to be a 3-day event where traders were going to fly in Thursday night. We're all going to trade together in the same room on Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday, we'll be in a seminar setting where we're going to be going over all these different topics with different moderators and covering different course material and different topics. Obviously, that plan was ruined because of coronavirus. It was going to be either April or May. So since we're not able to do that, I'm going to do a Trader Palooza virtual event for all of the TTG members. Okay. So again, guys, if you're interested in attending that event, honestly, guys, there's never been a better time for you to join TTG because honestly, we're adding all those new features in June. We're doing the Trader Palooza event on May 30th. I'm giving you a free one-on-one. I'm giving you a 36% discount, and the prices are going up in June. So honestly, if you guys have ever contemplated joining the TTG group, now's the time to do it. All right. So use coupon code TTG36 or TTG Wolf 36. All right, guys. Now let's get into now the SPY and what I think is going to happen here. Okay. Now let's go to the daily chart first. Let's talk about the technicals first. Let's talk about what we see technical wise here on the SPY, and then let's talk about fundamentals and what's behind this move. Okay. And then we'll talk about, why I think the next 1 to 2 months are going to be the most important time of recent market history. Okay. So first thing we see technical wise. Okay. First thing we see technical wise is a double top right at the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. Okay. Now, when it comes to Fibonacci retracement levels, you can measure them to the upside or the downside. In this case, I want to measure from the all-time high to the March low. This is the crash. This is the move I want to measure. Okay, so the proper way to use Fibonacci's is to identify what move you want to measure the rebound on or the pullback, depending on if you're looking for up or down. Okay, in this case, we're looking for down. So where's the resistance? So Fibonacci levels can be resistance on the way up, or they can be support on the way down. Okay, in this case, we're using Fibonacci levels as resistance on the way up because we just came off of a huge crash. Now I want to see where's resistance on the bounce back. Where's resistance on the bounce back? Okay. So you notice that the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level lines up with this double top. You have overhang resistance right at 300 with the 100-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. Okay. You have overhang resistance here with those major moving averages, and then you have the double top and that 61.8 fib level. When we start to identify potential support levels, there are a few. Okay. Now what we're going to do, since we're talking about support levels, we're going to pull our Fibonacci level from the March low up to the current high of this move. And one level jumps out at me. One level really jumps out at me. Okay. And that is 263 to 265. And the reason why this level jumps out at me is because it's the 38.2 Fibonacci level. It's also these prior highs, which were the first pivot highs put in place after the first bounce attempt after the March crash. You then see in the beginning of April, we blew through this level, and then we had this pullback day, which stuck that low as support, and then the markets never looked back. I think, so now I'm going to talk to you guys about what I think the market's going to do. There's two different scenarios that we have to plan for. Scenario number one is, well, first, you have a lot of states that are reopening the economy. Slowly but surely. You have states that are reopening this week and next week. So scenario number one is the reopening goes well. And by goes well, I mean there's not another uncontrolled outbreak and major spike in cases that causes a potential another closing of those economies. So scenario number one is, this is why the next 1 to 2 months are so crucial to the future, because if the reopenings go smoothly, I think 265 is an excellent buying zone. If we get down to 265 and the economy opening back up is going smoothly, I will be adding to my long-term portfolio around 265. I've already added a huge chunk to my long-term holdings. Okay. In March, when the market started crashing, I said to myself, I want to add a certain amount of cash to my long-term holdings. I have so far added 75% of that cash. I'm still sitting in 25% of that cash, that if we get to 265 and the economy is opening back up, goes smoothly, I will be deploying into my long-term portfolio. All the holdings I currently already own. Majority tech heavy. Okay, the first names I'm going to add to are going to be Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, AMD, NVIDIA, Qualcomm. Those are going to be the first companies that I'm going to go after. Okay, those are going to be the first ones I'm going to add to if we get back down to 265. Now, from here to there is a long ways away. And I think that there's a tremendous amount of opportunity in between where we are right now and 265. I think there's a tremendous amount of opportunity. Even if the reopening goes smoothly, I think we have a tremendous opportunity to the downside, of which I'm going to be looking at SPY put options, and I'm going to be looking at the TVIX. The reason why I want to look at the TVIX is because this market has PTSD. PTSD, what I mean by that is we saw such a massive sell-off in the end of February and all throughout March that it's still very fresh in investors' minds. If we start to see 600, 800 point down days, people will start to panic. I think you will get aggressive selling pressure like you saw this afternoon. And with that aggressive selling pressure will spike volatility and fear. That's the VIX. The VIX is a measure that measures fear and volatility in the marketplace. It is not a direct inverse to the SPY. Okay? It's not a direct inverse to the SPY. As fear increases and volatility increases, the VIX value goes higher. Okay? The higher the VIX, the bigger the expected move, the more fear and uncertainty there is in the market. So in March, the TVIX, which is the leverage ETF that tracks the VIX, went all the way to $1,000. I traded this thing basically every single day during that move. Okay? I traded this every single day during that move. We will not get back to $1,000. Can we get back to 300? Yes, we can. Okay? So I'm going to be looking for the TVIX, which had a monster day today, which literally went from, if you look at the lows of the day of 132 all the way to 188. You're talking about a $55 move intraday. All right? So I will be looking to get long the TVIX, or I will be looking to buy SPY put options to take us back to 264, 265. Support levels in the way of this, where I would expect there to be some bounce attempts, are 279 and 271. Let's zoom in. Here is 279. Here is 271. And then here is the 265 area. Okay, so here are your levels on the SPY that I'm going to be looking at for pullbacks off of the double top that we just identified as uncertainty starts to unravel of what's going to happen with the economy's opening back up. Now, let's talk about what was behind the sell-off today. I think today's sell-off was threefold. Threefold. First, Dr. Fauci gave extremely somber negative testimony today in front of the Senate. I don't think that certainly didn't help provide a lot of comfort for people with the economy's opening back up. Everything he talked about was worst case scenario. Nothing he talked about was best case scenario. It was always, if we open too soon, there's going to be so much death. There's going to be that. Everything he said was very somber. It was very negative tone. And that got us weak and kept us weak. That prevented markets from rallying or trying to bounce back after being weak in the morning. Okay, we'll go back to the 3-minute chart. So we were weak in the morning. We stayed weak during lunchtime. We never rallied back. And I think that had a lot to do with Fauci's his tone during his testimony. Then you had the markets got weak again in the afternoon. Now, this is where I think we can thank LA County. LA County announced that they are extending their stay-at-home order through the end of July. So that's another 2.5 months to 3 months of a stay-at-home order in LA County. Now, Governor Newsom did not issue that order for the state of California. You actually have some counties in California that are opening back up. But LA County specifically extended that stay-at-home order, not 30 days, not even 60 days, through the end of July, they said. Now, why they chose to do that instead of saying, we're going to extend another 30 days and take it 30 days at a time, I don't know. But that is what I think cracked the market. I think Fauci got us weak early. I think LA County cracked us and got long in March. Where now we don't have earnings to push us higher. We don't have, a geopolitical. There's no trade war. There's, the remdesivir news is like we're going through trials for vaccines. That's all going to take time. We don't really have any other catalyst now that can take the market higher. So what I think happened today was Fauci gave some negative or somber testimony. LA County shocked the hell out of people and said, Jesus Christ, another 3 months of a lockdown? My God. LA County, one of the biggest counties, if not the biggest county in the country. I don't know between, I don't know if it is or not. I'm sure if it's not number one, it's 2 or 3. I'm sure. So you're talking about a big economy just in LA County alone, staying closed until the end of July. That I think cracked the markets. And then I think people just started to realize they're like, you know what? We don't know how the reopening of the economy is going to go. We don't know if the virus is going to flare back up. It may flare back up. There might be another uncontrolled outbreak, and we might be right back to the month of March. Let's take some profit off the table. The markets just rallied a long way from that March low. Okay, markets rallied a long way. Let me delete all these lines. This is a long way, boys and girls, from that March low. So I think once the LA County news cracked the market, I think people just said, you know what? Let's take some risk off the table here. Okay. Anyone that was over positioned, that was too long going into 2020, that got their ass handed to them during that drop, is probably saying, woof, let me maybe cut my losses here while I still can. And anybody that got long anywhere in here is saying, you know what? This is a great place to take some profits off the table. Let me sit on the sideline while the economy's open back up and let me not be fully positioned. I think people are at a point where they're saying, I'd rather be in cash so I can see how the reopening of the economies go. If the reopenings go poorly and there's a big spike in cases, they want to be sitting in cash so they can get long down here. Now this takes me to scenario number 2. Scenario number 2 is the reopening goes terrible. Now, both of these scenarios are likely. It's very possible the reopening of the economy can go really, really bad. And you can have massive uncontrolled outbreak again throughout the country without a therapeutic and without a vaccine. That would be a real serious problem. That's why I think the next 1 to 2 months is going to dictate the next 10 years of the stock market. If the economies open back up and it goes smoothly, I think we could be looking at all-time highs by 2022. If the economies open back up smoothly, we get a vaccine, all the Fed stimulus that they pumped into the economy, the stimulus the Treasury pumped into the economy, And then don't forget we have the looming possibility of a possible phase 2 trade deal with China. All of those things combined, I think, takes us new all-time highs by 2022. On the flip side, if the reopening goes poorly and we have to shut the economy again, no good. Then I think you're staring the March low right down the barrel of a gun. If that happens, I think you go to test this level if we have to close the economy again. Because guys, regardless of what the Fed says, we can't do another $9 trillion in stimulus. If we have to close the economy again, you could be looking at, I think, a serious financial crisis. I think you're going to be looking at unfathomable bankruptcies, credit defaults, credit ratings dropping, skyrocketing unemployment. I think we're going to have a real serious problem that's going to take a very long time to get out of if we have to close the economy again. So that's why I'm saying I think the next 1 to 2 months are the most important 1 to 2 months of your participation in the stock market. And that's why there's never been a better time for you to learn how to trade than right now. Because I think the next 1 to 2 months are going to dictate the next 10 years of what the stock market's going to do. I don't think the economy is going to be able to stand another shutdown if this reopening goes poorly. I don't think we're going to be able to stand it. I think you could be looking at just an absolute disaster in Q3, Q4. We'll break below the March low. We'll trade lower in 2021. And then we're going to trade sideways for probably 2022, 23, 24, and then slowly start to climb our way back in 25, 26, 27, 28. And it could be 10 years before we get back to those all-time highs. So I think that the next 1 to 2 months is critical. I think it's critical in the future of the market, the future of the economy. And I think you need to be prepared and educated to deal with these scenarios. Because I think that 265 is a great area. I think it's a great area, and I'm probably going to be deploying the last 25% of my cash at that region if we get there. But in the meantime, there's a lot of money to be made on the downside. Even if the reopening of the economy goes poorly, guys, believe me, you're going to see 2,000, 2,500 point down days again. The volatility that we had in March, you're going to see it again. You will see panic sell-offs like that if we have to shut the economy once again. Okay, you will see 2,500, 3,000 point down days. Shit, you might even see 4,000 point down days. And you need to be able to profit from that price action. March was a monster of a month. Monster of a month. I was pulling 50 points out of the TVIX a day. It was insane. And if we get that volatility again, you guys better be educated and be prepared to take advantage of that action. Because it truly is like once in a lifetime volatility. It truly, truly is or at least once in a generation. Like I said, 2008 was the most volatility I've ever experienced as a trader. That was early in my career when I was working at the hedge fund. Volatility we experienced in March was far greater than the volatility in 2008. The decline wasn't as bad. In 2008, we lost 60% of the value of the stock market, 55%. Okay, we went from like 14,000 on the Dow, we went down to 6,600. Okay, we lost more than 50% of the value of the market. That didn't happen to us in March. Okay, we didn't go from 28,000 to 14,000. Okay, so the decline was not as bad, but the volatility was far greater. Okay, the swings that the market was giving us in March was way more violent than the swings in 2008. And if we get back to that type of environment, you need to know how to profit from it. You can't just be looking at the news headlines you see on TV. You can't be reading the newspaper and looking about markets crashing, markets crashing. You look at your 401k and you see the value of your 401k just diminishing before your eyes. You need to be able to offset that drop in the 401k value with income from trading the decline. That's why I don't care when the markets go down. When the markets go down, my long-term portfolios, all the values go down, obviously. But I offset that with income from being short, from being long the TVIX, from buying put options. And I take that income and I put it right back into my long-term portfolio at cheaper prices. That is how you come out of a situation like this ahead. Okay? During the month of March, I'm raking it in. And yes, although I'm watching the value of my long-term portfolio just drop every day, making me nauseous, my daily P&L is my Pepto-Bismol. Because then I take that money and I put it right back into my long-term portfolio at cheaper prices. Then when the market recovers, that's how you come out of a crash in a better financial situation than you were before it happened. You can come out of this in a better financial situation than you were in right there. In January, you probably thought it was the best financial situation you've ever been in. Your 401k is the highest it's ever been. And then you have this happen to you and you're like, oh my God, what happened to my 401k? If you know how to profit from a market decline like this, and you can add to your portfolios down here, and then the market recovers and gets back to here, you are in a better situation than you were prior to the crash. Not many people can say that. That's why you need to get educated now. Don't wait for the market to crash and then say, oh, you know what, Mike was right. Let me learn now. If you missed the March volatility, now is your chance to get it a second time. Now, I'm not saying we're going back to our March low. I don't know if we're going back to our March low. It's all going to be based on how does the economy reopen? Does it go well or is it a shit show? I don't know the answer to that. Nobody knows the answer to that. It can go great. It can be a disaster. Both are equally as possible. But there will be volatility in the meantime. So you guys need to take advantage of this moment in time. This is truly a historic moment. It's not just a historic health moment. It's a historic financial moment. We've never had a global pandemic like this probably since the Spanish flu. Okay, you're talking, what was the Spanish flu, like 1918? Something like that? 1918? Something like that?
Years ago. Yeah.
You know?
100 years ago.
What, Jay?
100 years ago.
Yeah, 100 years ago was the Spanish flu. We have not seen something like this since the Spanish flu. We have not seen a market decline where we went from all-time high to bear market territory in 6 days. That's never happened before. That's never happened before. We've never seen $6.3 trillion of economic stimulus get pumped into the economy. Never been done before. This truly is a historic moment, guys. If you want to get serious, nobody's going to do this for you. If you want to get serious and actually learn and take advantage of this action, take advantage of this moment in time, not only to profit from a decline by actively trading, but setting yourself up in a position to where you can invest for the long term and come out of this in a better position than you were in before it started. Guys, believe me, when this is over with, my net worth is going to be far higher than it is today because I'm adding to my long-term holdings as the market goes down. And when the market recovers, I'm going to have put a chunk load of cash into the market at much cheaper prices. These are the prices on the SPY. These are the places on the SPY that I added to my long-term holdings. I added 25% of the cash I wanted to deploy right there. I added 50% of the cash I wanted to deploy right there. And I still have 25% of my cash. And if we get back down to here, I will once again deploy that 25% of my cash. And eventually, maybe it happens in 2 months, maybe it happens in 2 years, maybe it happens in 5 years. But when the market recovers and goes back up, I'm going to be in a far greater situation than I am even today. And the same could be said for all of you. But while we're declining, just like we did in the month of March, you have to be able to offset a decline in your 401k value by generating income, actively trading the decline. So do not wait again for us to do this, to say, you know what, now I'm going to join TTG, I'm going to get an education, I want to trade with Mike and Jason. Don't wait for that to happen. Take advantage so you can profit from the market doing that, if that's what we do. Again, it's all going to be based on what happens with the economy opening back up, guys. Okay? So again, the month of May, you have a 36% discount. You have the free one-on-one. You have the Trader Palooza virtual conference seminar on May 30th. You have all the new features being added to the website in June. You have the price of a membership going up in June. If you have ever wanted to learn how to trade, the time to do so is literally right now. Use the coupon code TTG36. That will give you a 36% discount. In addition, a one-on-one mentor session with myself. If you want a one-on-one mentor session with Jason the Wolf, use coupon code TTGWolf36 and you'll get your one-on-one scheduled with him so you can talk about whatever topics that you guys want to discuss. You want to talk about long-term holdings? We'll talk about that. You want to talk about active day trading? We'll talk about that. You want to talk about swing trading? No problem. You want to talk about options? Great. Let's do it. Okay? Let's do it. But if you guys are serious about learning how to actually come out of this in a better situation than you were in prior, I promise I'll give you. Am I going to guarantee you that you're going to make $1 million? I can't guarantee you that. Am I going to guarantee you that the economy is going to open back up smoothly? I can't guarantee you that. But what I can guarantee you is I'm going to be there with you every single step of the way. All right, guys? Let me see. So we may get caught up with a couple of comments and questions. Let's see. I'm just going to scroll up a little bit, guys, and try to catch some of your comments. Thanks, Trader for Life. I would love to be president. Trader for Life says you should be president. I would love to be. Actually, no, screw that, man. I don't want to be president. Why would anybody want to be president? It's literally the most stressful job on the planet. That's why I was so surprised when Donald Trump announced he was running for president. I'm like, why? You're a billionaire, dude. You're a billionaire. You're married to a supermodel. You're a billionaire. Why? Like, why do you want the most stressful job? Go golf for the rest of your life. Chill out. You're a billionaire. Why do you want the most stressful job in the world? Guys, listen, believe me, if I'm ever worth $4 billion, I'm not running for president. I promise you that. I promise you all that.
Believe me, he's not worth $4 billion.
Okay.
100% not worth $4 billion.
Let's see. Oh yeah, not too many comments. Yeah, guys, I hope the restart goes well. We should all hope the restart goes well. I don't want to see any more people suffer. And believe me, if the restart doesn't go well, not only are people going to get sick and people are going to, could potentially die from the coronavirus, but the economic repercussions of that will kill even more people than coronavirus will. depressionary states in the economy with high unemployment, bankruptcies, drug abuse goes up, drug overdoses go up, suicide rates go up, crime goes up, murder goes up, everything goes up when the economy is suffering. So I hope that everything goes well, guys. I pray everything goes well.
Guys, you also have to look at it.
Oh, wait, Jason, I opened up a can of worms. I'm getting we're getting political comments now, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said anything about Donald Trump.
Well, let me say this, guys. One, I'm a Republican. I get a pass. I can say what I want about a Republican president. That's a rule. But look, it's like I forget the Roman general who said it, but if you see peace, plan for war.
Right.
You have to look at it like this: if the worst case scenario does happen, okay, then a lot of people on this stream, unfortunately, your jobs are in danger because everybody's jobs are in danger. The economy is in danger. We're basically going into a depression. The only thing that stopped us from going into a depression now was the Fed pumping money in.
Exactly.
And the Fed isn't going to be, if the Fed didn't pump any money into the market, we'd be at 200 on the SPY. No problem.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We would have been there a week later.
Oh yeah.
And it would have just been absolute chaos. And we would have been buying puts the whole way down. But you have to look at it like this. If there's ever a time to learn a new skill, it's right now.
Yeah.
Because this is the only place where if you've got $500, you can become your own business. You just have to learn how to run that business. And if you do have money in the market, you want to be able to save that money and protect that money. So what we do in TTG, even for a lot of you novice investors and novice traders, is going to save you a hell of a lot more money than going at it alone. You're going to get to a point, because everybody does, where you're going to second guess some of the moves that you're making because of outside variables that are just weighing on you. And that's why when you're in a community like this, it's just it's so much more reassuring, where you don't do something to compound the issue. And at the same time, if the market's going down, we make money either way, up or down. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It's knowing how to position yourself to benefit from that. So if the market's going to crash and we've got the signals and we know what's going to happen, you're going to want to be in those puts that I'm calling out. You're going to want to be shorting the stocks that Mike's talking about. You're going to want to be getting into those inverse plays.
Hey guys, trading's a lonely profession. You don't have to go at it alone. Jason, we have a lot of people saying that you and I should run for that I'll run for president. You'll be my vice president. What do you think about that?
I'm good with that. I did want to run against Debbie Wasserman Schultz in my district.
Dude,
guys,
if you run for any type of political office, I will totally donate to your campaign.
I know you will. Everybody will. Come on, I'm pro weed. I'm anti PDT rule. I'll get all the traders on.
Yes, I'm so anti PDT rule. Who's the asshole that made that rule, man?
There's probably some rich dude that just wants to screw retail
It
investors.
handicaps small traders. Guys, I'll say this. I'm sorry. I'm like chewing in your guys' face. I will say this. Oh God, no, Salim. Jason.
Oh Jesus.
Oh Jesus.
I got this one.
Oh God, please, Jason.
Every breath of air that Tim Sykes breathes is a gift from me. I'll just say that.
What?
An absolute gift from me, and I've never regretted giving that gift to somebody more than I have given that to him. Stopping that guy from getting just completely smashed was probably one of the biggest regrets of my life. You can't trust somebody that has a profile picture that's 20 years old. But then again, that's his whole system, right? To catfish the trader.
Right.
Hey, sign up for my room and then buy my DVD.
Right.
Oh, and then you need to buy my other DVD.
Right.
So who's buying DVDs? I don't think I have a DVD player.
I don't have a DVD player.
He's I don't know. He's like the worst kind of human being.
Yeah. Nah, Salim.
His whole thing is, he turned 10 grand into like 2 million. Yeah, congratulations. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'd kick myself in the nuts when I was limber enough, and if that was the case when I started trading.
Yeah. Guys, to answer your question, Salim, our strategies are extremely different. So what you guys learned with me is the same strategies that I learned working at a hedge fund. So you guys are going to learn a true professional education that you can take and apply across different trading styles. You don't have to trade just like me. Like that's the difference between a true education and learning a gimmick. When you learn a gimmick, you can only trade the gimmick. You can't take the gimmick and apply it to a different style. When you learn a real education, that education will apply to various asset classes, meaning small caps, mid caps, large caps, ETFs, options, futures, crypto. And it can be applied and implemented in various styles. You don't have to trade just like me. You don't have to trade only the stocks that I trade during the day. We have a lot of members that trade their own stuff because they got an education, they know what to look for, and they go after setups that they like, that fits their style, that they're comfortable with, and they execute. It's not like, hey, follow the leader. There's a lot of people that trade their own stuff. It's not, you don't have to, if you want to follow my trades, you certainly can. You see everything that I'm doing. I tell you what I'm doing before I actually do it. So you can follow my trades if you want, but you also don't have to. That's the difference between a professional education and a gimmick. If somebody teaches you a gimmick, you can't take that gimmick and apply it to your own style. It's a gimmick. You have to do it the way they do it, or else. And God forbid if you question their gimmick, you get crucified. You're not allowed, can't give it to you because they don't know how to explain it. It's a gimmick. With a professional education, you can take what you learn and apply it to swing trading. You can apply it to traditional day trading. You can apply it to scalping. You can apply it to option strategies. You can apply it to advanced options and advanced positioning. You can apply it to multiple different things. All right, that's the main difference. So to answer your question about am I like Timothy Sykes, there's not one single thing on a list of 1,000 that he and I are similar.
Yeah, the only thing that's possibly similar is that we're both male, and that's questionable.
Oh, come on. All right, guys. So that's it, gang. That concludes our live stream, another 2-hour live stream. You guys are awesome. I love each and every single one of you. Remember, if I didn't get to your question, go back after this video is over. It's going to post. It's going to load up on the YouTube channel. Go back, check it out. Comment below, and I will answer all of your questions. What I want you guys to do for me now is each and every single one of you that are listening to this live stream, if you guys like the content, if you appreciate Jason and I kind of going through this stuff, answering all the questions, do me a favor, guys, smash that like button for me. Show me some love. Show me how much you guys appreciate the live streams, how much you enjoy them. And if you want me to keep doing these live streams, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, it's your first time finding me or True Trading Group, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Jason also has a YouTube channel called Wolf of Weed Street, Jason Spadafora. Be sure to subscribe to his channel as well. And also, guys, follow me on Twitter. I'm always calling out trades and stuff on Twitter too. So my Twitter is at @MikeEdward_TTG. All right. At @MikeEdward_TTG. You guys give me a follow on Twitter. I'm always calling out stuff on Twitter as well. Okay. So that's it, gang. Remember, if you sign up tonight, you have an hour and a half left. You get a one-on-one mentor session with myself or the Wolf. If you want a one-on-one session with myself and a 36% discount, use coupon code TTG36. If you want the 36% discount and a one-on-one with Jason the Wolf, use coupon code TTGWolf36. All right, guys. Oops, sorry about that. I just knocked stuff off my desk. Okay, guys. That's it, gang. Great stuff tonight. Another excellent live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, folks, have a great evening. I'll see you all in chat tomorrow, and we will navigate these markets. Take the step, guys. Take the step. Okay, there's never been a better time for you to learn how to trade and profit during down moves so that you can better position yourself to come out of this pandemic and this crisis and this economics recession or depression, whatever you want to call it. Make sure that you come out of this in a better position than you were in before we entered it. Okay, if there's any goal that you want to set for yourself, let it be you being in a better position coming out of this crisis than you were in coming into it. Because I guarantee you that I'll be in a better position, and I want you all to be in a better position to profit on the way down, allow you to add to your long-term portfolios so that when the markets recover, you're in a better place than you were before it started. TTG36, guys, get that discount code. Remember, prices are going up in June. And if you want access to the Trader Palooza video seminar or virtual seminar that we're doing on May 30th, remember, it's an all-day seminar. We're going to be covering a lot of different topics with a lot of different traders. It's for TTG members only. So if you guys want the 36% discount, the free one-on-one, access to the Trader Palooza virtual seminar, and access to all of the new features coming live on the site in June before the prices go up in June, make sure you guys jump on this before it's too late. Okay. And also before it's too late and the market volatility flashes before your eyes and you're sitting there with nothing to show for it. Take care, guys. Have a great night. I'll see you guys all later.